Hi and welcome to Real Reviews, where today I'm going to be talking about Masters of the Air, which is a new World War II bomber pilot drama, which is out on Apple TV right now and stars Austin Butler of Priscilla and Elvis, that's the Baz Luhrmann version, and Barry Keoghan as well, who obviously made a splash with Saltburn, has been Batman as the Joker, and is ultimately one of the hot tickets in terms of acting talent currently doing around. So let's dive into this and find out exactly what it is about this executive produced Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks World War drama that makes it everything everybody ever wanted to see in an aeroplane. Right, well, to get things kicked off, this is possibly one of the most spectacular aerial sequences in terms of battles I have seen on a television show. The CG, the visual effects are seamless in terms of what happens with the bomber pilots and the explosions outside, that sense of claustrophobia which is sort of all-encompassing during those airborne battles, and ultimately that's what really gives this the grit and the metal which makes Masters of the Air one of those must-see entertainment dramas of 2024. It comes from the same sort of ballpark, sort of family, spiritual or otherwise, of Band of Brothers, and it really does give you some in-depth character sort of progression over the course of these X amount of episodes, each of them clocking in about an hour to 50 minutes in length. Austin Butler is one of the chief driving forces behind this, playing a major who is ultimately a commanding officer who is leading legions of men off to wage war against the Luftwaffe. You've also got Callum Turner, who is his sort of next in command, sort of not even next in command, it's sort of like his opposite number as another major. And you've got Barry Keoghan, who sort of turns up around episode 2 and obviously makes quite the impression, as he tends to do in these supporting roles. So that's what you're getting into. This is as authentic as they can make it, and ultimately it turns out to be quite an engrossing World War II melodrama. So let's just dive into exactly what else it is about this show which makes it worth the watch. Right, so as the missions and the show progresses beyond the UK boundaries and the differences between the US and the UK sort of armed forces approach to attacking and winning this World War II, we then get into the more intricate elements of what it is at that point in time to be a member of the RAF or the armed forces as a whole. We get branches off in terms of missions. Each of the episodes is broken down into like a mission briefing of sorts, and what you get in there is you get peppered moments of character progression and sort of what happens in terms of the relationships between these men as each of them invariably either survives or falls by the wayside. There's no pulling punches when it comes to the graphic elements involved in depicting the imagery of the injuries. And also there's this wide encompassing sense, especially as it moves down toward Africa and Algeria, in terms of location of the exotic elements, which really bring this Masters of the Air its authenticity. You also get subplots which are involving obviously the loved ones or the girlfriends, the close family members back home, and how they're going to how they're affected in terms of the losses and the victories and the ongoing struggle towards winning this war. And you also get elements of the French resistance which are thrown in as a subplot, which again just makes this such a rich tapestry in terms of depicting this time and place and this era, this moment in history. So not only does it feel like an epic sort of cavalcade of events which are all sort of culminating together, but it also feels quite intimate in moments. So John Orloff, who is the creator, has really done a great balance amongst the obviously hundreds of people, thousands of people who have worked on this show to make it what it is. So I'm going to dive straight into exactly what I'm thinking of this with my rating. Right, so I'm going to be giving this a 4 out of 5 on the big old 5 scale. That's purely because of the richness, the authenticity, the craftsmanship and the overall ensemble performances which really go into making Masters of the Air, which is out on Apple TV right now, such a masterstroke in terms of like historical dramas and World War depictions. This is on a level which is at least comparable to Saving Private Ryan, as I said, also to Band of Brothers. You could also throw a stone and maybe hit the Thin Red Line, but again that's about the infantry, or you could go maybe a little bit operatic and maybe look at Platoon, which is obviously Oliver Stone. So it's within that sort of like gamut of titles in terms of the quality on display. So my recommendation is, you know, pitch up, tune in and really enjoy the Austin Butler and Barry Keoghan and Callum Turner performances, amongst many others. Now, on to that trailer. And so it is that you've reached the end of the video review for Masters of the Air, which is currently doing the rounds on Apple TV, stars Austin Butler, Callum Turner and Barry Keoghan. So if you've liked the video, this is the bit where I go, give me a thumbs up. Failing that, you can always drop a comment in the comment box below and I will respond. And finally, you can always subscribe so that every Tuesday and every Saturday when I drop another one of these bad boy videos, you can just drop in and listen or watch as much or as little as you like and go about your day. In the meantime, check out the rest of the channel or pop over to my Patreon page. Until next time, take care, talk soon.